Okay, this time we're going to talk about replacing diff actions. Now, some DBAs just don't like to take diff backups if the database is too small, so they don't consider it worthy of a diff backup if it's, say, under a gig or under 5 gigs, something like that, right? They would rather take fulls, or they would rather take logs instead. So we've built into the product the ability to replace diff actions if the database is too small. So let's take a look at backup settings right now. Actually, we have it up right now. And if you look here, you'll see, I think you will. I'm going to find it. There we are. The min size for diff in gigs and the diff replace action. So it allows you to specify the minimum size in gigs that you want. So let's go ahead and make it 5. We'll say that only databases over 5 gigs will take a diff. And otherwise, let's do a log backup. Okay, so let's go ahead and set that. There we go. And we'll check the table just to make sure, except I have to select the right thing. There we go. So we'll come over here, and there's our 5, and there's our log. Okay, so now let's take our diff backup. So actually, you know what? Let's set this back first. Let's set it back, and let's watch a diff backup go. So I'm going to come here on the Minion dev database, and I'm going to take a diff backup. There we go. Now let's check the log details table. And this is the top row that we're interested in. You can see there's our diff right there. So okay, so we took a diff. Now let's go set this to 5 and this to log. There we go. Now let's take another diff. There we go. And now let's check the log details table and see what we get. So now you can see we took a log backup instead. So the database is well under 5 gigs, and we took a log backup instead. Now let's change that to a full, so I can replace it with a full if I like as well. There we go. And now let's do it again. There we go. And now let's check the backup table, the log details table again. And here we are. We did a full right there because I'm ordering descending. So there you go. I took a full. So you can see that we can replace diff actions if we want to. And again, just like in the other settings, this is the default for all of the databases. You can enter in a row for each one of these databases, so every database can have its own config. So I could have Minion Dev singled out, and I want, say, all of the databases on here to only do a diff if they're over 5 gigs or if they're over 10 gigs, but I want Minion Dev to do it only if it's over 20 gigs. Right? So it's really easy to make these kind of configs, and it doesn't cost you any extra jobs.